Melbourne's gangland war is threatening to explode after the execution-style murder of Sam the Punisher Abdul Rahim. The former bikie enforcer was gunned down in front of his girlfriend in a Preston car park, bringing a violent end to the life of the city's most marked man.
A high life of crime ends in execution. Sam the Punisher Abdul Rahim gunned down in a Preston car park.
This seems to be getting all out of control a little bit.
After two previous botched hits, the 32-year-old had a multi-million-dollar bounty on his head. At 10:30 this morning, he was shot dead in front of his girlfriend in the underground car park of the Quest Apartments on High Street.
That female is obviously extremely distraught and upset.
The former bikie turned boxer only checked into the apartment complex yesterday, constantly changing his movements and living arrangements. 7 News has been told it's likely an associate turned traitor. His sister is already vowing payback. "Whoever shot my brother to death, I'm after you, mother. I know it's you, Kazdog, never ends here." He had a long list of enemies, including Middle Eastern crime figure Kazem Hamad. After Abdul Rahim lured drug trafficker Kadir Oz to a Campbellfield shopping centre before his 2016 execution.
There's some suggestion that he was trying to muscle into the illicit tobacco trade. Now, whether these people saw him as a threat, they were so determined to eliminate him out of the equation.
Just 1.5 kilometres from the murder scene, a white Porsche SUV believed to be the getaway car was found torched in Reservoir.
I hear a loud bang and I thought it was like an accident, and I came out and I see the guy pouring the petrol on the Porsche and then he runs.
An associate of Sam Abdul Rahim's told 7 News that he warned the Punisher to get out of the country, but he said, "What can I do? When my time's up, my time's up." Abdul Rahim had been kicked out of the Mongols' outlaw motorcycle gang and a Middle Eastern organised crime family. In 2015, he was at the centre of a wild brawl at the Magistrates Court. Then, in 2017, jailed for 2 years after a fatal crash that killed an elderly woman. In 2022, a dramatic escalation in the underworld war. Abdul Rahim was shot 8 times in a botched hit as he left his cousin's funeral at Faulkner Cemetery. The gunman crashed their getaway car, then carjacked an innocent mother. His Brunswick gym and other businesses linked to him were then torched. In May last year, a second hit outside his Thomastown home. 17 shots were fired as he was lured outside his home. None hit Abdul Rahim. He's since been in hiding.
It's only a matter of time when an innocent bystander will be shot dead.
And Chief Crime Reporter Cassie Zervos has the latest from the scene. Cassie, police are now worried about the threat of payback attacks.
Well, Mitch, even though this was a targeted attack, police say they can understand the concern from the public. So, as a measure of reassurance, they will be increasing their patrols and their presence in the coming days. And we've already started to see that tonight. After more than 7 hours since the execution, High Street has reopened, but the apartment complex does remain a crime scene, with the public order response team called in to man the area. Mitch.
Cassie Zervos at Preston, thank you. Now to Beth and Yeoman in Reservoir, and Beth, police say they won't give up in their hunt to bring those responsible to justice.
Mitch, this is the last known sighting of the suspects. The getaway car was reversed at speed down this driveway here in Reservoir, crashing into the original gates. Witnesses say the driver, who was dressed in all black and a face mask, then doused the car in petrol and fled the scene. The fire grew quickly. You can see how close it would have been to these neighbouring homes here and just how much mess has been left behind. There are shards of glass all over the floor and sharp pieces from the car itself. Police are now investigating whether there was another car waiting or if the men fled on foot. Mitch.
Beth and Yeoman at Reservoir, thank you.